Welcome to Trending Update USA. This is Stefan, and I am glad you're joining us today as we dive into one of the most powerful and inspiring stories in global sports right now, a story that goes far beyond trophies, rankings, and prize money, because it speaks to influence, branding, resilience, and the rise of a new era in women's athletics. Tennis superstar Coco Gauff has once again topped the list as the highest-paid female athlete in the world, marking her second straight year at number one with staggering earnings of $33 million, a figure that reflects not only her success on the court but also her unmatched presence off it. At just 20 years old, Coco Gauff is redefining what it means to be a modern sports icon, blending elite performance, global marketability, and cultural impact in a way few athletes in history ever have. Coco Gauff's journey to the top of the earnings chart is not an overnight miracle, nor is it simply the result of one big tournament win. It is the culmination of years of growth, strategic partnerships, personal authenticity, and a relentless work ethic that has made her one of the most recognizable and respected faces in sports worldwide. When people hear that Gauff earned $33 million in a single year, it's easy to focus on the number, but the real story lies in how that number was built and what it represents for women's sports as a whole. A significant portion of her earnings comes from endorsements and sponsorships, a clear sign that brands see her not just as a tennis player, but as a global ambassador who connects with audiences across generations and continents. On the court, Coco Gauff continues to justify the faith placed in her by fans and sponsors alike. Since bursting onto the global scene as a teenager who stunned the tennis world with her fearless play, she has steadily matured into a complete athlete. Her athleticism, defensive skills, and competitive fire have made her a consistent threat at every major tournament. Grand Slam titles, deep runs at elite events, and her ability to perform under pressure have all reinforced her status as one of the top players in women's tennis. Each match she plays is not just a contest for ranking points or prize money, but another chapter in a growing legacy that enhances her value and influence. Yet what truly separates Coco Gauff from many of her peers is her off-court presence. In today's sports landscape, athletes are brands, and Gauff has mastered that reality without losing her authenticity. She speaks thoughtfully on social issues, engages with fans in a genuine way, and carries herself with a maturity that belies her age. This has made her especially attractive to major global companies looking for a representative who embodies confidence, intelligence, and positive change. From apparel and footwear giants to luxury brands and global corporations, Coco Gauff's endorsement portfolio is one of the strongest in all of sports, male or female. Earning $33 million in a year places Gauff in rare company, not just among female athletes, but across the entire sports world. It highlights a shifting dynamic where women athletes are commanding the financial recognition long denied to them. For decades, discussions around pay gaps and undervaluation have dominated conversations about women's sports. Coco Gauff's continued dominance of the highest-paid female athlete list is a powerful counter-narrative, proving that when talent, visibility, and opportunity align, women athletes can achieve extraordinary financial success. What makes Gauff's achievement even more remarkable is her age. At a time when many athletes are still finding their footing professionally, she is already setting benchmarks that others aspire to reach over entire careers. This speaks volumes about her long-term potential. Brands are not investing in Coco Gauff for a single season or moment. They are investing in a future that could span a decade or more. Her marketability is built on sustainability, not hype, and that is why her earnings remain strong year after year. The tennis world itself has played a crucial role in enabling Gauff's rise. Women's tennis, particularly through the WTA, has long been one of the most progressive sports in terms of visibility and prize money equality. This platform has allowed players like Gauff to showcase their talent on the biggest stages, from Grand Slam tournaments to global tours that reach millions of viewers. Every televised match, every headline, and every social media clip contributes to the ecosystem that elevates her profile and commercial value. Still, it would be a mistake to view Coco Gauff's financial success as purely a product of circumstance. Her team, including agents, coaches, and advisors, has clearly made strategic decisions to align her with brands that reflect her values and long-term goals. Rather than overexposing her or chasing quick deals, Gauff's endorsements feel carefully chosen, reinforcing her image rather than diluting it. This approach has helped maintain her credibility and ensured that her brand grows alongside her tennis career. Another key element of Gauff's appeal is her relatability. Fans see her not just as a superstar, but as a young woman navigating fame, pressure, and expectations in real time. She shares moments of joy, frustration, growth, and reflection, making her journey feel accessible and human. This connection translates directly into loyalty, both from fans and from sponsors who understand the value of authentic engagement in the digital age. Coco Gauff topping the highest-paid female athlete list for the second straight year also sends a powerful message to young athletes around the world. It shows that excellence in sport can open doors far beyond the playing field. For young girls especially, seeing someone so close to their own age achieving such success can be transformative. It expands the imagination of what is possible and reinforces the idea that women's sports deserve attention, respect, and investment. The broader cultural impact of Gauff's success cannot be ignored. She represents a new generation of athletes who are socially aware, media-savvy, and unafraid to use their platforms responsibly. This combination resonates strongly in a world where fans increasingly expect more from their heroes than just performance. Gauff's voice, presence, and values add depth to her public image, making her influence extend well beyond tennis courts and sponsor campaigns. As discussions continue about the future of women's sports, Coco Gauff's earnings stand as tangible evidence of progress. While challenges remain, stories like hers demonstrate that the market is responding to talent and charisma when given the chance. The fact that she has maintained her position at the top of the earnings list for 2 consecutive years suggests this is not a one-time anomaly, but part of a broader trend toward greater recognition and reward. Looking ahead, the question is not whether Coco Gauff will remain a central figure in sports, but how high her ceiling truly is. With many peak years still ahead of her, both competitively and commercially, it is entirely possible that her earnings and influence will continue to grow. Future Grand Slam victories, iconic rivalries, and global moments could push her brand to even greater heights, further solidifying her place in sports history. For tennis fans, Gauff's success adds excitement and anticipation to every tournament she enters. For the business of sports, she is a case study in how modern athletes can build empires through a combination of performance, personality, and purpose. And for society at large, she is a symbol of what can happen when young talent is nurtured, respected, and given room to flourish. Coco Gauff earning $33 million and topping the highest-paid female athlete list for the second straight year is not just a headline, it is a statement. It is a reflection of her journey so far and a preview of what may still come. As she continues to evolve as a player and a public figure, her story will remain one of the most compelling narratives in sports today. This is Stefan, and you've been watching Trending Update USA, where we bring you the stories that shape the world of sports and beyond. And Coco Gauff's rise stands as one of the clearest signs that a new era has truly arrived.